WWDC is a week away, and here are some annoyances I find in the Apple ecosystem. Welcome to my channel, and without further ado, let's just get into the video. I'm not going to be talking about Siri and Apple Intelligence on this video, as it is nowhere where Apple promised us it will be, but are the minor issues I have with the Apple software platforms, and I'm hoping we get some of these resolved in WWDC 25. Tell me how much time there is until the alarm goes off. Android phones do this already, and it is very useful. There's no reason not to bring this on iPhones, watchOS, iPadOS, etc. I don't want to see Instagram when I have turned on my work focus mode. Yes, you can control which home screens appear on which focus modes, but you can always search using Spotlight for the app you want. This can be detrimental for productivity. I wish focus modes would fully hide apps that you don't want to see in a focus mode. So if I'm working, I do not want to see social media, for example, and I should not be allowed to search for them on Spotlight unless I change the focus mode to something else. Face ID is brilliant, and it gets rid of the friction of using biometrics to get into your device. But I would like to bypass the passcode, Face ID or Touch ID when I'm connected to my home Wi-Fi or I'm at home. If I'm in a place I deem secure, I do not need to be putting in passwords to get into my device. The emoji picker keyboard is confusing and bad UI. It does not feel natural, and once you have searched and picked an emoji, it is not easy to get out of it. Apple is known for their great UX design, and this is one area where they put zero thought into it. I would love to be able to see my watch and phone battery in the battery widget on macOS, and vice versa on iOS. Also, why can't I see the battery percentage of my iPad on my iPhone? Apple gave us a great button on the iPhone 15 Pro, and it is still limited to one action. I would like to see a double click, a triple click, and stuff like that on the action button. This would give us more further functionality on the button and make the button more useful. A number row on the iPhone keyboard. This is really self-explanatory. I don't need to go into too much detail, and there's enough vertical space to have a number bar at the top of the keyboard on iPhones. If you want to change an app-specific setting like notifications, you have to go into the Settings app, find the app that you are looking for, and then change the setting. I would like if every app, both third-party and native, to have these settings on the app itself. Or it should be easy as long pressing on the app icon and getting to settings of the said app instead of having to manually go and find it ourselves. I get these notifications on my watch asking me to meditate or breathe. It would make sense if these notifications only pop up when I can meditate. I get these when I'm driving at 70 miles per hour on the motorway, which does not help. The Apple Watch has GPS, so it knows how fast I'm traveling, and it could suggest me to meditate or breathe when it is safe. Because the Apple Watch keeps track of my heart rate and HRV, maybe these notifications can only pop up when I'm stressed. iPads cost a lot of money, and there's no reason why only one person can use an iPad. With the latest iPad Pros having the same M-series chips as the MacBooks, it makes no sense to limit the iPad to one user alone. I wish this would change, but that would mean that Apple would take a hit on iPad sales. It would make the iPad a more powerful and capable device if it allows user switching. iPhone mirroring on the Mac is one of the greatest features that Apple has brought into their ecosystem. It is so great that I miss it when I'm using the iPad. So Apple, please bring this to the iPad. And while you're at it, bring it to the Vision Pro as well, please. Why did Apple just launch this on the iPhone and totally forget about it? Please bring this to the Mac and the iPad. I use a Windows machine at work, and my favorite thing about it is the Windows Clipboard Manager. I do have a Clipboard Manager on the Mac thanks to third-party tools like Alfred, but I would like something native. If for some reason Apple doesn't want to give us this feature on the Mac, it would be great if they can give us something on the iPhone or the iPad. Because on the iPhone and iPad, you can't use a third-party app to achieve this yet. If there's one thing I want in this whole list of annoyances, it is this. A clipboard manager would make my life so much easier, and I'm sure it would do for you as well. Apple still gives us a measly 5 GB of free iCloud space. This was the case in 2011 when the iPhone 4S started with 8 GB of space. Now with phones that have over 1 TB of space, 5 GB was a joke back in 2015, let alone 25. So please increase this to at least 50 maybe. Don't make us wait for a year of software updates. Apple needs to iterate and innovate fast to survive in this era of artificial intelligence. I'm not here to talk about the failed promises of Apple Intelligence in this video, but if Apple was to stay ahead, a yearly WWDC with new features just isn't going to cut it. There needs to be more updates more frequently. That's my list of annoyances I personally find annoying on Apple's ecosystems. If you're still here, thanks for watching the video. This is a personal list, so your mileage may or may not vary. What do you think about my list? Let me know in the comments if you think I missed something. I hope this year's WWDC addresses some of these things. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. If you do like my content, please do consider subscribing or liking the video. It helps a lot. This channel is fairly new, and if you have any constructive feedback, I'd appreciate it. Thanks again. See you next time.